Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 19, and today we are taking a look back here at June and how June went. This is our June review. So as you can see, we opened up June with 2 straight losses to the Los Angeles Angels, and then we took on the Houston Astros. We split the series with them, which wasn't bad. Those first 2 Angel games were part of a 4-game sweep by them. Of us. And then when we took on the Angels the second time, we took 2 out of 3, so that's not too bad. Then we played the Minnesota Twins, where they took 2 out of 3 from us. Then we swept the Oakland A's. Couple close games there, but a good series for us. Then we took 2 out of 3 against the Kansas City Royals, and we took 3 out of 4 against the Baltimore Orioles. After that, we ended the month really reeling as we got swept by the Milwaukee Brewers right there, including that 14-4 trouncing. And then we lost 2 games there to Houston. Did we get swept by Houston? I can't seem to remember properly. I think we might have, though. Let me see. That's two games. No, we actually won the last one. Thank goodness. But yeah, not a good month there. Not a good finish of the month. Mike Leake is still pitching really strong, 11-3. He's doing awesome. Kikuchi, not doing great. He's definitely not going to be on a Rookie of the Year list. Felix Hernandez, no longer King Felix. Wade LeBlanc's not doing bad for a 5th starter. He's actually doing fine. Justice Sheffield has a 2.98 ERA down in the minors. He's up to a 66 overall. Really need him to continue going strong. I would love for him to be a piece in the starting rotation next year. Possibly a September call-up. Really need him to keep it going. As you can see, there's some other guys doing pretty well. Rob Whalen's doing well. Tyler Danis is now on the injured list. He'll be out for a long time. Logan Gilbert, we want to see him do better. But Rob Whalen doing pretty good for a 55 overall at 25 years old. Not doing too bad. Swarzak's not doing great in our pen. That's unfortunate, to be honest. Guerin is doing amazing. He's doing so well that the computer has him in a closing role. I mean, I'm not going to take him out of it if he's going to pitch that well. Altavila's not doing that great. Chasen Bradford keeps coming up and down, so you can't really take those numbers too seriously. As you can see, it only counted 4 innings for him. But he did pitch a little bit up here with us. He's pitched 42 innings with us at a 4.93, so not doing well in the majors this year, so maybe the switch to AAA will help him out. Elias and Tuivalala, both meh. They're not doing too great. We don't have a great bullpen. It's something we're going to look to address for sure in the offseason if we can. Looking at what else we have going on, Brandon Brennan. We've got Eric Swanson. We've got Randy Rosario, who's pitching really well in AAA at a 2.08. I'd really like to see his overall climb to warrant a call-up. And a 2.64 from Godot, who is a 57, 26-year-old C. That's strange. And then we got Austin Williams pitching well in DoubleA. These guys have to do well. They could be our future. Hunter Strickland with a 3.71 ERA. He's not doing horrible. Darren Gillies. He's got 11 innings under his belt. Hasn't really allowed anything. That's good for him. Omar Narvaez batting .252 with 3 homers, 23 ribbies. It's not horrible for a catcher. Considering Lobaton, the backup, 150. 157 is not what we want to see. Encarnacion with a 262, 13 home runs. Not too bad for him. He can do better. 316 for Curletta in AAA. He's really raking down there. Evan White with 6 homers down there. 11 for Vogelbach in AAA. He's really raking the homers. Only batting .254, though. D. Gordon's only batting .216 for us. .246 for Shed Long. .255 for Jose Reyes. None of the second basemen are really doing it, and we've got a lot of guys with some potential here. And they're just, they're not raking. Just not getting it done. Obviously, Lopez and Flyer, they don't play. Kyle Seager with a .244, 8 homers, 32 ribbies. He had a little stretch there where he was kind of picking it up a little bit because he started the season off real slow. .202 for Rizzo, that's not good. .241 for Tim Beckham, he's got 9 homers, 37 ribbies. For a deep potential, he's doing all right. J.P. Crawford's batting .285, 4 homers, down in AAA. Really would love to have him on the starting major league lineup next year. Really would. Domingo Santana, .280, 13 homers. That's what I want from him. He's given us what we need. We just need more guys to do that. .281 for Kyle Lewis. He's playing really well up here in the majors, even though he might be up a little too early. Ichiro with a .309, just doing what he always does, even in small at-bats. .301 for Jimenez down in DoubleA. Some good numbers. .350 for Ronald Rosario. So both Rosarios are really killing it in the minors. Malik Smith, .270. I'm not upset. I like it. Dom Williams, a .248 and 5 homers. Meh. It's okay. We want more from these B and A potential players. They're just not really giving it to us, and that's a problem. Jared Kelenic, .260, 2 homers. Again, not something a 62A should be giving us. We're hoping for more. Mitch Haniger with that .240, 4 homers. He won't play probably the rest of the season. Actually, I'm pretty sure he won't be playing the rest of the season. Jay Bruce taking over in right field for him, batting .280 with 10 homers. Jay Bruce is doing it. He's doing just fine. Blake Rutherford with a .210, 5 homers, and a .237 with 5 for Julio Rodriguez in AA. So that's a look at the team there. Let's take a look at the standings and how everything is shaken up. You got the Yankees in front in the East. You got the Indians killing everybody in the Central. 57 wins already. Just over midway for the season for them. And the Astros are up by 12 games. We are back there, 16.5. We are the last place team in the West, but we're not too far out of second. I mean, only 4.5 games out of second, which I think puts us in a wild card spot. Yep, 4.5 would put us in a wild card spot. So, still potential there. I'm not really sure if we're going to be buyers or sellers yet. It's going to take another month to figure it out. So we'll have to get through the next month and see where we're at. Obviously, we are scoring less runs than we are giving up by a lot, which isn't too promising, but whatever. Phillies are on top in the East of the National League. Cubs on top, very tight race there in the National League Central. And the Dodgers in the West, but the Giants aren't too far behind. It is catchable, though they are scoring less runs than they give up. But they are in the first wildcard spot with the Brewers are being tied with the Pirates for the second spot. 3 guys tied for 2 spots. That's going to be crazy. Jose Ramirez is batting .381. That's absolutely ridiculous. Just trying to see where our first guy is. I think it's going to be .280. Yep, Domingo Santana, .280. Hits, Jose Ramirez killing the whole league in hits. Malik Smith leads us in hits. He just gets a lot more at-bats. That's why his average is lower. D. Gordon has the most at-bats on our team. Second most in the majors. Malik Smith with 22 doubles. That's way up there. I like it. Way to go, Malix. D. Gordon with 4 triples. It's tied for second, basically. Home runs, we're not doing too hot. We got, I guess, Domingo with 13. And Edwin with 13. That's about it. And the American League leaders in the 20s. We're way back there. That's not going to happen. RBIs, we got Domingo with 46. He's not doing bad. Runs scored. Edwin Encarnacion has the most runs on our team with 48. 48 scored. 19 stolen bases from Malik Smith. He's way up there. Paris Allen's up there with him. That's cool. Walks, Encarnacion. He gets intentionally walked a lot. Base percentage, it's Encarnacion with a 360. Slugging, it's Domingo with a 465. That's terrible. That's all we can muster. That puts Domingo at an 811 OPS, 32nd in the American League. Mike Leake, though, way up there, just a win behind James Paxton. Right up there with Chris Sale, David Price, and Corey Kluber. Great company he's in. And Mike Leake, only 3 losses. Saves, there's Gearin with 14. He's up there. Mike Leake with a 248. Only behind Mike Minor, David Price, Masahiro Tanaka, and Corey Kluber. Homers allowed. Wade LeBlanc is the best at not giving up the long ball. I like it. Mike Leake's up there as well. Not giving up the long ball. Couple guys that can pitch, clearly. Strikeouts, I don't know who would be there. We don't have a ton of them. Kikuchi! And Gonzalez is leading us in strikeouts with 90. Leake with 2 complete games. He's third most in innings. Walks allowed. Gonzalez doesn't allow any. Leake actually doesn't really, and LeBlanc neither. So, the whip. Leake is up there. He's top 10 in whip. It's good to see Mike Leake doing well. It's a surprising player so far. Mike Leake with a good pitching WAR of 2.5. Batting WAR, I figured it'd be Domingo with a 2.2. Okay, so the injuries. We saw Danish. We saw Haniger. They're pretty much gone. No way they come back. So the players in the month for June, we have David Price, who went 4-0 in 5 games with a 164 and 45 Ks. We got Jose Ramirez, who batted 367 with 8 homers, 26 ribbies. And the rookie of the month, Justin Jones, who batted 318 with 4 homers and 11 ribbies. Good players up there. Now we'll just take a brief look at the All-Star voting. As we can see, Mike Leake may make the All-Star game. I really hope he does. Relievers, we don't have anybody there because our bullpen's trash. Closers, we're not going to have anybody there. Ooh, how Strickland's on the bottom. I don't know how that happened. Catcher, nah. Narvaez is near the bottom. First baseman, Encarnacion, again, kind of near the bottom. Nobody's voting him in. Second base, we're not getting it. Third base, we're not getting it. Not with Ramirez and Justin Jones doing what they're doing. Shortstop, Paris Allen's near the bottom. We're not going to get one in there. Left field, we have no chance. Center field, Malik Smith is near the bottom there. And right field, not good enough. So, yeah, not a great chance there of getting people. Maybe Mike Leake. All right, looking at the award races, Jose Ramirez, J.D. Martinez, and Mike Trout for MVP right now. Cy Young race is Kluber, Sale, and Price, and I'm sure Leake is just outside of that. Unfortunately. Batting titles, Jose Ramirez is to lose right now at a 381. Reliever of the year, Will Harris, Brad Hand, and Henry Mejia all in the race. Will Harris with that .32, though, going to be hard to beat. Rookie of the Year, Justin Jones, just over Vladdy Jr. and Eloy Jimenez. And he deserves it with the .291 average. Hank Aaron Award, Jose Ramirez is leading that, deserves to. Gold Glove pitcher, they got Kluber. Catcher, Zunino. First base, Pierce. Second base, Harrison. Third base, Ramirez. Lindor for short. Left field, Domingo Santana's in the lead. I love it. Center field, Jackie Bradley Jr. and right field, Mookie Betts. Silver Slugger DH would be J.D. Martinez. Wellington Castillo for catcher. Santana for first base. Kipnis for second base. Ramirez for third base. There's Trout in the outfield. Judge as well. All right, now we're going to take a brief look here and see how the trade deadline could shake out the next time when we get to it. Okay, we have Felix Hernandez. I doubt anyone's going to take a $27 million contract off our hands. And Encarnacion, I could see somebody taking off of our hands for $20 million if they need a bat. That's a guy I could see us shipping. Anthony Swarzak, another guy that could easily be shipped. He has not pitched well here. Maybe a change of scenery and going to a team that's contending could help him. Wade LeBlanc, while he's one of our better pitchers this year, that's another guy. If somebody needs a starter or spot starter, that might be a guy we could ship off. Domingo Santana, I have no plans of shipping off. He has 2 years of arbitration, and we want to keep him. Tim Beckham also has a year of arbitration, but I could see us shipping him if he has any value at all, but I doubt he does. Guerin, I can see him getting shipped as well as he is pitching this year, and then us keeping Hunter Strickland behind. Everyone else seems to have arbitration or contract renew, and we're not trading Ichiro. So don't even think about that. We're not going to trade Jose Reyes either because he's got no value as a 68, 35-year-old. So everybody else either has contract renew, isn't going to be good enough to ship out, is hurt, or has some kind of arbitration or something that we can keep them on the squad. Vogelbach, again, not going to be worth anything to get rid of him. Flyer will probably retire, thank God, due to ability. So there's just a few guys that maybe we can ship off for prospects and try to build the farm system here in the trade deadline. That is, if we become sellers. Who knows if we will actually become sellers. The biggest piece would be Encarnacion, obviously. Probably with the biggest return for us. So we're going to go ahead and sim up to where the All-Star break is and then show you guys how the All-Star games went next episode. So there we are against the St. Louis Cardinals. This is for the marbles right here. We win the series against them. 2-1. So we take 2 out of 3 against them. Let's take a look at this box score. Look at that. 3 runs in the 9th to win it. I love it. Santana and Healy with homers. Gonzalez to Altavia. Eventually to Swarzak for the win. Kikuchi wins a start. Holy hell. Against the Oakland A's. And then a loss against the Oakland A's. Let's see if we win the series or if we lose the series coming up in that next one. Oakland killed us 14-4. We gave up 9 runs in the final 2 innings to lose the game. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But anyways, that's going to do it for the episode. As you guys check out whether we win this series or lose this series, don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying the series. Subscribe if you're new. There's plenty more of this series coming your way as we do win and take 2 out of 3 from the Oakland A's. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys all on the very next episode. Bye-bye now.